Children, have you been on an excursion to any place in India? In that case, you would have visited many places like amusement parks, temples, etc. But have you visited any historical place in India? Here is a picture on the screen. Now, can you try and identify this picture? I am sure you all would have identified this picture. This is the stone chariot which is in Hampi of Ballari district in Karnataka, which once belonged to the magnificent kingdom, the Vijayanagara Empire. I would like to give you an introduction before I take you into the chapter. I am sure you would have come across the Bahmani Sultans last year in Kalburgi division, who evolved as the armies of Alauddin Khilji and Muhammad bin Tughlaq in the south. During this time, there was an empire that established a strong force. Yes, it was the Vijayanagara Empire. The kings of Vijayanagara ruled for about 300 years. The most important thing that we will have to look into is any kingdom that was established in those days would always settle near a river. Why do you think they would do that, children? As this would help them in transportation, agriculture, hunting, etc. And so, the Vijayanagara Empire was established on the banks of the river Tungabhadra by the brothers Harihara and Bukkaraya in 1336 AD. I repeat this, children, and I also want you to repeat after me. The Vijayanagara Empire was established in the year 1336 AD on the banks of the river Tungabhadra by the brothers Harihara and Bukkaraya. You can see the green portion on the map. These were the regions ruled by the Vijayanagara kings. There is also a small portion of the map that shows the Tungabhadra river. Hampi of Ballari district was their capital and bore Varaha was their emblem. You can see the map, children. I have marked Hampi and Penakonda. This Penakonda is an important region as many Vijayanagara kings repeatedly invaded this region. The Vijayanagara Empire ruled from 1336 CE to 1646 CE. In this time span, 4 dynasties ruled over Vijayanagara Empire. The first dynasty was Sangama dynasty that ruled from 1336 to 1485 CE, almost 150 years. The next was Saluva dynasty that ruled from 1485 to 1505 CE. They ruled for 50 years. The next was the Tuluva dynasty that ruled from 1505 to 1567 CE. They ruled for 60 years. And the last is the Aravidu dynasty that ruled from 1567 to 1646 CE. They almost ruled for 80 years. Now, since the names of these dynasties are very important, I would like to repeat them. the four dynasties that ruled the Vijayanagara Empire were the Sangama dynasty, which was the first dynasty, the Saluva dynasty, the Tuluva dynasty, and the Aravidu dynasty. Sangama had 5 sons: Harihara, Bukkaraya, Kampana, Marappa, and Muddappa. Harihara was the first king of this dynasty. He expanded his kingdom on all 4 directions, that is, to the Konkan coastal areas in the west, Nellore and Kadapa in the east, River Krishna in the north, and to River Kaveri in the south. What do you mean by coastal areas, children? It means the seashore, that is, where the sea and the land meet. In 1357, Bukkaraya, brother of Harihara, took over the power after his death, as Harihara had no sons. Bukkaraya defeated the Reddis of Kondaveedu and captured Penakonda, which is in Andhra Pradesh. He pacified conflicts between the Jains and the Vaishnavas. During his rule, his son Kampana defeated the Sultan of Madurai and widened the empire. Children, just to make it clear, Bukkaraya had a brother, Kampana, as I've already told you about the 5 sons of Sangama. He had also named his son as Kampana. So, in the last line mentioned here, it was Bukkaraya's son named Kampana who defeated the Sultan of Madurai and widened the empire. This table shows the list of rulers of Sangama dynasty. In this chapter, we will be studying only about the most important rulers, their achievements and their contributions. Devaraya II, also named Praudadevaraya, ruled from 1424 to 1446 CE. He was the famous king of Sangama dynasty, and his period was significant in Vijayanagara Empire. After he took over the power, he had a huge army that included the Muslim soldiers who had archery and horse taming skills. With the help of this army, he defeated the Reddy leaders of Kondaveedu region. He then defended the famous Mudugal fort of Raichur district, which is in the north of Karnataka. He had religious tolerance, which means permitting people to worship according to the practices of any religion they wish to. And hence, he built the Jains and the Vaishnava temples, and he also permitted to build a mosque in his capital. His brave commander, Lakkarna Dandesha, defeated the kings of Kerala and Sri Lanka and collected the treasure and tribute in cash from them. He had sheltered many poets and philosophers. I have mentioned a few here. Sanskrit philosopher Dindima, Telugu poet Srinatha, and his commander Lakkarna Dandesha. Now, let's quickly summarize about Devaraya II. First point, he was also named Praudadevaraya. He was the famous king of Sangama dynasty. Next, he ruled from 1424 to 1446 CE. he built a strong army that included the Muslim soldiers who had archery and horse taming skills. With this army, he defeated the Reddy leaders of Kondaveedu region. He also defended the Mudugal fort of Raichur district. He built the Jains and the Vaishnava temples and permitted to build a mosque in his capital. He sheltered many philosophers and poets. The most important were the Sanskrit philosopher Dindima, Telugu poet Srinatha, and his commander Lakkanna Dandesha. He defeated the Kerala and the Sri Lanka kings and received tribute. Praudadevaraya conferred the following titles: Gajaventagara, which means hunter of elephants; Chatu Samudradishwara, which means Lord of the oceans; Ariraya Vibhara, which means being a fire to his enemies. After his death in 1446 CE, he was succeeded by weak rulers. Due to this, a strong commander, Saluva Narasimha, captured the capital. With this, the Sangama dynasty came to an end. So children, with this, I complete today's class. We will be learning about the other dynasties in the upcoming classes. I now request you all to kindly try and attend the assignment questions in the upcoming slides. We will then discuss the answers for these questions in the next class and then proceed with our class. Thank you. Have a nice day.